this fight. What made him so difficult?
He knew I was coming to fight. You know, everybody that steps in the ring with me knows I got punching power and knows, you know, they train to survive. You know, they try to box, move around, use their jab, and try to kill me off points because they know I got the hammer. But you know, I take my hat off to his team. You know, I know they try to get with a great game plan for me. Every fighter that I face, you know, at his level, they're gonna try to run and move around. You know, but I'm just grateful we got the victory. You know, I was looking for a knockout, I was looking for a TKO, but you know, I'm just glad we're here once again, man.
Those are the words of Edgar Berlanga. And as you guys heard, if you didn't, I know it was kind of not the best audio quality. I was just listening to the interview with Edgar, and I wanted to know if he learned anything, okay? And I was looking to see if there was improvement from his mental and from a philosophical standpoint. And hearing this interview, I see that that's not the case. He's not learned anything, because him talking about Jason Quigley using his jab, only wanting to run and run around and not coming to fight, shows me and tells me that Edgar Berlanga will be beat soon. And I stand corrected. This is his 5th decision. He ain't had a knockout in a while, okay? His last knockout was against Damon Nicholson. Okay, so guy like Berlanga, he's frustrated, and then the way he talks, he's not experienced enough to understand that people are not going to fight you the way you want them to fight you. That's not how it works. Just because someone uses the ring doesn't mean they're runners. That means you need to adjust for them being able to be or have the ability to be mobile. And he hasn't learned that either. Anybody that talks like Edgar Berlanga is a person that really has a one-dimensional way of thinking, okay? Everything else is difficult bullshit. Oh, you're running, another runner. This is what they see. This is what Edgar Berlanga, this is how he views opposition. See, he's like, yeah, they see I got that hammer, so, you know, they're not coming to fight. They're not coming to fight you like you want them to fight you. This isn't a slapping contest. It's not like, hey, I'm going to hit you, you're going to hit me. Can you take my shot? Can I take your shot? That's how he's viewing it, okay? And that's not the case. Okay, so him saying, oh, they're going to run around, they're going to do this. He said the same shit about Steve Rolls. But people are just smarter now once your opposition level rises because they're not stupid. They're not going to stand right in front of you and allow you to throw left hooks and right hands at them all night. You know, they're going to move. They're going to bob and weave, okay? And in this fight, he got caught with something since he was running so hard, Quigley was, that made him not even want to come in. So my question to Edgar Berlanga is, how does he view that? Because there was about 3 rounds after that left hook exchange. What made him, when he backed up and got caught with that left hook, after that, there was no aggression for a while. Yeah, he knew there was a sense of urgency because he really didn't know how those scorecards were going to be scored. And they were highly in his favor because he had 4 knockdowns. Go figure. But, you know, Edgar Berlanga is a person that he's going to be beat by someone that is able to move and able to counter and punch as well. Okay, and then the sad thing about Edgar is, listening to what I'm hearing, he hasn't learned anything, and he won't learn anything from that punch. He's going to learn to be bitter about people that know how to box and move, hit without being hit. See, if you don't really understand the true essence, the true definition of boxing, That's the mindset you're going to be accustomed to. However, though, knowing that he's that type of fighter, a fight with Jaime Munguia would be perfect for him. Because Jaime Munguia will probably give him everything that he wants him to give him. Jaime Munguia will come in and throw the same shit, 1, 2, left hook. It will be a good shot fight between Puerto Rico and Mexico. They're both young enough. Jaime Munguia's been in the game for a while, longer than him, okay? But not too much longer. And Jaime's looking for a fight, and Jaime had a fight of his life his last go around. You know, I think a lot more competitive than Edgar Berlanga. You know, and see, Sergey Derevyanchenko would also be a guy that, from the standards of the mindset of Edgar Berlanga, he would be a runner too. And we know that's so far from the truth. And again, I'm giving you guys this video to let you know how Edgar thinks, where his mindset is, and the ego that's going to never allow him, I can't say never, but won't allow him to understand that there are different types of fighters out there, and these fighters are not going to give you what you want them to give you. That's the sport of boxing. This guy won't let me stand, he won't stand there and let me hit him hard and show the crowd or whoever that I'm a hard puncher. Hard punching is not the be-all and end-all about boxing. That's not going to win you each and every fight. And Edgar, unfortunately, but fortunately, is going to learn that. I'm gonna love it when I see it, but I'm not gonna love it overall to see him not fall and get back up. Because a lot of fighters will never understand why they fell, and they will never get back up because they never understand how they got there. They'll always think they got there because, oh, this guy got a lucky shot, or this guy, you know, he was running and, you know, I ain't got time for that. See, those type of fighters like that won't last long. Ask Jeff Lacy, because he's reminded me of a Jeff Lacy 2.0. That's what he's reminding me of, because, you know, Jeff Lacy had that same mentality until he ran up against the Italian Dragon, right? And I don't know why I wanted to say Adam Kalnaki, because that's not Adam Kalnaki. But he knew what he was up against. And see, I think that Edgar Berlanga, he's going to be a good, exciting fighter, but he's not going to be around the best. And unfortunately for him, he may never see why. Because if you can't be one of the best if you don't know how to improve. And I haven't seen any improvements in him. You know, so like I look at Edgar and you know, and I listen to him talk, and it's just like this young guy that is really just feeding off of his own ego. You know what I mean? And I think at the end of the day, at the very end of the day, he's going to run against his Kalnaki. Okay? He's going to run against Joe Calzaghe. Calzaghe is a fighter that did what he did to Jeff Lacy and made Jeff Lacy, and Jeff Lacy was never really the same after that. I think that will be Edgar Berlanga. Unless he finds out and figures out, like, listen, I have to change what I do. I have to be able to cut off the ring. Now, he did cut off the ring. I do give him that. He did cut the ring off. He did that. But other than that, he has a lot to learn against people, or learn the difference between boxers and runners, and learn to respect them. Because if somebody's running from you, but they're able to punch you more than you're able to punch them, and he's going to run into fights like that, he may not win those fights. But anyway, you guys tell me what you think of the post-interview of Edgar Berlanga. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.